So, you want to get into an academy, but you never caught the eyes of a scout. Is it because you can't do this? Or this? Or this? Or even this? Nah, that ain't the reason why you don't play academy football. But stick around, because today I'm going to be telling you the reasons why you're not playing academy football and what you need to do to improve your chances. So, the academies and scouts, they use this thing called 4 corners to track the progress of players. Imagine it being like a school curriculum. You could be really good at English, but you could be terrible at maths and science. But if you're decent in maths, English, science and RE and that, then you're going to be more desirable. So realistically, the more developed you are in these 4 corners, the better the football player you are. So we'll be starting with the technical and the tactical area first. And I'll lay out some cones to demonstrate why some of you guys ain't improving. Make sure they're nice and straight. So at times, I'll be scrolling through TikTok and I've seen a lot of you go through cones like this. And I'll ask myself, why on earth are you guys only using one foot? There ain't no point of going through cones and you strong foot only. What's the point in that? Yes! Come on! So instead of only using one foot, how about try this instead? Go in and out of the cones with both feet, because you've got to be strong on your left foot and your right foot. In a game, you've got to be comfortable with receiving the ball on the left and the right. Start slow at first, but once you got the hang of it, step up the tempo. And trust me, if you keep doing this, you'll find yourself so much more comfortable in the game. So that's what you should be doing instead of just going through cones on one foot, super fast, super messy. You're going to want to do 5 sets, 5 reps, and you're going to start slow using both feet so you can get the feel of it. And then once you've nailed that down to a T, you can up the tempo. I want you to do this every day, no excuses. So anyways, I'll grab myself some more cones. Right, I've got another one for you. You can do this anywhere. If you ain't got a garden, you can go to a field. Even if you ain't got a field, you can go to a cage and do it at the park. So you're going to want to put one cone down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put another cone here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One cone here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another cone here. So basically 4 cones, which makes a square.
White.
So for this drill, we're going to be using the inside-outside shuffle to go to each cone, and whichever colour cone my dad says, I've got to go to it. Wait. Let's take a brief intermission because I think we might have skipped a step. Let's quickly go through and how to do an inside-outside shuffle. So what you guys are going to want to do is you're going to take either your left foot or your right foot and use the outside of that foot to take a touch outwards. Then you're going to use the instep of that foot to take a touch inwards, and you can use the opposite foot to take another touch outwards with the outside of that part of the foot. And then you're just going to repeat it and use the inside of that foot, and then you just keep on going. This will help with your footwork and your coordination. This is a nice little drill to get loads of little touches on your left foot and your right foot.
White.
It will also test your concentration as well, because you've got to listen to instructions.
Yellow.
Once again, you ain't got to start fast straight away. You can start slow, then get the hang of it, and then you can speed it up.
White.
Right, let's make it a little bit more harder.
You've got to look up now, and I'm going to hold him. Okay, let's go. Keep scanning.
So this time it's going to be the same thing, but my dad's going to be holding up a colour cone. And whatever colour cone he holds up, I've got to go to that cone. See, the thing is with this, it forces you to look up and scan. So we're improving our ball control, and we're getting a view of the pitch at the same time. Right, 2 drills there. One you can do on your own, and one you can do at a park with your mates or in a garden. No excuses. So here's another reason why you don't play for an academy. You've got poor communication and social skills, and you're just not a team player at all. Like, be honest, how many times does this happen? Your coach could be talking to you and you're just still messing around with your friends, or the coach is talking to you and you're literally looking onto another pitch. I know it might not seem like anything at first, but when you got to actually follow instructions and work as a team and be serious, like, you got to be on it. You can literally have the best dribbling skills in the world, but if you're not listening and you're messing about in training, they'll just get rid of you. Like, if you're there from a younger age, they'll keep you for a bit, but they'll get rid of you and they'll just find someone who will run more than you and listen. Also, what's your attitude like on the pitch? Like, are you lazy, or are you always moaning and that, and just like not taking it seriously? Because you may think the coaches ain't watching that, but literally they watch everything. So let's use this as an example. You're in a match and you're trying to defend against a big striker. You get thrown to the floor and he puts the ball into the back of the net. You just sit there lying on the floor upset. Because you shouldn't be doing that, man. This is what you should be doing. So the striker backs into me, pushes me on the floor, sticks into the back of the net. So I just get up, grab the ball out of the net and keep going. Come on, boys. Gotta be positive, man. But here's another one for you. So you play in the midfield and you give the ball away. Do you get annoyed with yourself? Stop and walk back. Because if you do, you're doing it all wrong. The recovery has to be a sprint. You just gotta run to the goal, even if you can't even get there in time. You just gotta show that you're trying to get back and maybe you can make an impact. And finally, are you that annoying guy on the pitch that moans for absolutely everything?
Jack! Give me the ball, man. I'm the tee open, just pass me the ball.
I mean, all game, moaning, shouting at players.
Yes, Dad, yes! Oh, pass me the ball, come on. I'm open, look.
Even when your teammates are just trying as hard as they can and you're just still moaning.
Yes, Dad, square it, come on. Oh, why you shit? Just pass me the ball. Open net right there, just pass on the shoot. Oh.
Are you that guy? I mean, because if you're doing that, you gotta change that. You can't be moaning for everything. Yes, moan a little bit, but there's gotta be praise thrown in there as well.
Unlucky Jack, come on, keep going, you got this. Come on, head up, keep going.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, I do moan a lot on the pitch, but you gotta be giving that praise as well.
And a final thing you must have, and probably the reason why you're not playing in the academy, is your fitness. You've got to have stamina. I used to just play football thinking, oh, I won't need stamina or anything. As soon as I stepped foot on that 11-a-side pitch, it killed me. So ever since then, I've been doing running. My stamina's been getting better. So here's one of the things that I do to improve my fitness: box-to-box runs. Yes, they hurt, but you just got to suck it up and just run through the pain. And how you do this box-to-box run may vary on how fit you are already. So if you're not that fit already and you don't really got stamina, I recommend you do 60% runs 4 times, like box to box 4 times. 60% means like you're running 60% of your total speed. 100 is the fastest you can run. You're gonna run at 60%. You're gonna do that 4 times box to box, then you're gonna have a 2-minute break, because it's important to stop, because in games you're not always running. You want to simulate what you do in a game. If you're a bit fitter than that, then you can go 8 times 60% back and forth with the same 2-minute break, and then you go again 3 times. That's 24 runs in total. Right, so what I've been doing, I've been going 60% 8 times back and forth, and I've been doing 4 sets of that, so that's 32 runs. I'm gonna do 1 now, and then I'm gonna have a 2-minute break. Right, so let's get on with this run then. I used to hate running so bad, but as I've gotten older, I've realised that running is the most important thing in football. I mean, if you like football, but you don't want to do the running, then you might as well change careers. So just make it a habit of running. Just grab your headphones, listen to some music, and go on a jog. I try and use big strides because you cover more ground and it requires less energy. So if you're doing 4 sets of 60%, that would have been 1, and then now you have your 2-minute break. Once your 2 minutes is up, you just go again.
And then finally, when you're at home, maybe for about half an hour, you can look back through some football clips, which is called analysis. So this is me here at right back. This clip is probably about 2 years old. And one thing I didn't used to do, I used to never get high enough. I used to just stay super deep, because I used to think right back, you just had to like go up to the halfway line, that's it. The game's evolved now, so you have to literally be a second winger. And I also didn't have enough energy to get off the pitch, that's why I always used to sit back. So when I say to you, running is super important in football, trust me, it really is. And then here you have to watch your positioning, and the ball goes out to the winger. What you gotta do is never inside, force them down the line so away from goal, and then you can dive in and make a tackle. But what I should have done here is carried on running more, or carried on with the counter attack. And I know what some of you guys are thinking, oh, you're in the academy and we're not, so our games don't get recorded. But actually, there's actually no excuses, because you can go and watch real football, first league football. There's literally no excuses. Say if you're playing centre midfield, you can literally go and watch a Premier League game. Pick a centre midfielder who plays in the Premier League and then watch their clips whilst they're playing. See what you can take out of that game and put it into yours. And watching the game means watching the game, not staying just to see the goals or see the result and stuff. It means watching how people run, how people get tight to people and stuff, like how they pass the ball and move it, how they communicate, literally everything. And the more you do this, the smarter you'll be on the pitch. It's literally like revising for school. So if you guys are liking this kind of training content, then make sure you check out my previous video, which is first day of pre-season, day in the life.